next comic coming to stage is a teacher from Eugene. You'll see him perform at Old Nick's on October 24th. Put your hands together for Isaac Paris.
Hi. Oh, I hope I fit in on this set. I wasn't planning on telling any jokes about penises at all. I was remembering one joke though, like my son was so embarrassed, pardon me. My son was so embarrassed when he would play soccer and I found his games really boring, so I brought my banjo to practice while he would be practicing. And he had to tell me, Dad, I don't like it when you bring your banjo to my soccer practice. Please don't do that anymore. Then a couple weeks later, Dad, I thought I meant don't bring any instruments at all. When you brought the accordion, I was the only kid whose dad is playing accordion while they're playing soccer, and I didn't like that. And Bert, one time I got pulled over driving with my son. He was in a baby seat in the back. What is he, 4 or 5? And it took a long time, and when the cop left, before I drove away, my son said, Dad, can I ask you something? Next time you get pulled over? And I was like, oh my gosh, what is the wisdom this 4-year-old is going to dispense on me? Could you do it when I'm not in the car? Because it was real boring. Can we turn on my slideshow? I'm going to share with you some dad jokes that I've been working on. I'm a paranomasiac and a comedy historian, kind of. This is my collection of dad jokes. Let's see. Will it work? It's black. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. So dad jokes, puns, are often based on polysemy, a concept where a single word, phrase, or concept has more than one meaning or connotation. What do you call a woman in the middle of a tennis court? A net. I wondered why the ball was getting bigger, then it hit me. You should never date tennis players because love means nothing to them. My favorite kind of dad joke is the idiom taken literally. Some examples are, I think the most groundbreaking invention is the shovel. If it weren't for Venetian blinds, it'd be curtains for us all.
My bad. Sorry. Okay, try it now.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Oh, what makes my day? The rotation of the Earth around its axis. Why haven't aliens visited us? They looked us up on the internet and we only had 1 star. Why don't Buddhists vacuum in corners? Because they don't have any attachments. The young, naive Buddhist monk was at the monastery and he was impatient and he went to the oldest, wisest monk and he said, look, can you just tell me what's the most important thing I'm going to learn here? And the old wise monk said, how long to wait before drinking your tea? Oh, that's steep. When I was coloring this, I accidentally took a drink of my watercolor water, and it was not my cup of tea. Oh, okay. I've got this idea for an app. It tells you who got you sick. You don't know who got you sick, you just cough into your phone, it tells you who got you sick. Caller ID. Does anyone remember caller ID? Why don't deep sea fish date? It's too much pressure. I heard that one from a kid, and I want to thank that kid. And what goes through a female tiger's brain when she sees a new potential mate? I know he'll kill my offspring to ensure his own genetic success, but dang, cute stripes. It's too dark for this crowd. Konglish, Franglish, Spanglish jokes, puns. In Korean, the dad joke is called ajay gegu. Jokes a distant uncle or middle-aged man might make to a younger person. An unfunny joke, an outdated joke, a joke one feels pressured to laugh at. Such as, where does a vampire go to get a drink? Copy shop. And that sounds like their phrase for bloody nose. And the Mexican magician counted 1, 2, and he was gone without a trace. But my favorite is a Franglish joke, and a cat burglar fell through the roof into a bakery, and he is in so much pain right now. In Japan, these jokes involve puns and wordplay. It's so unfunny when middle-aged men tell oyaji jokes, the young people show hostility and hatred toward the joke tellers. More than entertaining the hearer of such jokes, it seems the pleasure is with the teller. Does anyone have dads who tell jokes like that? Another one of my favorite kinds of jokes is a reversal joke, and you'll see a lot of those talking about drugs. Like realities for people who can't handle their drugs, or there's too much blood in my caffeine system. This is a work-free drug place. The first one I heard, well, my favorite one is, how will I explain children to my gay people? And I went to the fights last night and a hockey game broke out. It was a disaster. What is not a dad joke? Well, if it has sexual innuendo or it's mean-spirited, it's just not a dad joke. Sorry. And this picture is for, did you hear of the couple that confused KY jelly with glue? The windows fell out of their house. And when I saw on Twitter, very few places give out straws anymore, so I've just been strangling turtles with my bare hands. Not a dad joke, guys. So what is a mom joke? Well, I've looked for them, and I found two that are both about wine. One was, wine doesn't have many vitamins and minerals, so it's important you drink a lot of it. And did you know you can make ice cubes out of leftover wine? What's leftover wine? I think wine makes a good metaphor for the mom, and like beer is dad, German, tasteless, boring, and wine, mom, sweet, from France. Gives you a headache, right? Why are dad jokes making a resurgence? Well, part of it might be because Twitter like encourages this short, fast kind of joke format, and I like to think that the clever humorists of Mystery Science Theater 3000 are spreading their wisdom all over the country, not from New York, and not from Los Angeles, but from Middle America, from Minnesota. Now, why do dads think they are funny? Oh, these are stock photos, by the way. I didn't draw these. One theory is kids are dumb. Okay, they're naive. Humor is based on the unexpected. And so if a kid feels safe, the unexpected is followed by something that's not pain. It's just funny. It's just silly. So they laugh. So they think their dads are hilarious. And then dads, they think that everything they say is hilarious because their kids laugh at them all the time. But then the kids grow up and they no longer think the dad's hilarious, but the dad still thinks he's hilarious. He's used to everything he says being laughed at. Ooh, awkward when I open my fridge. I have a crush on the top shelf. Why didn't the lifeguard rescue the hippie? Because he was too far out, man. Why do stalagmites hate stalactites? Because they're stuck up. Of course, you gave a Nobel Prize to a scarecrow who was outstanding in his field. Did you hear the alcoholic detective? He had to open a new case whenever he'd open a new case. Norm Macdonald was known for these kinds of jokes where the setup would be the same as the punchline. Now, how do I come up with all these? Because my mind, it's a factory. An unsatisfactory. The principal said, does anyone have any issues? I said, yeah, my kids made a voodoo doll of me. Principal said, can we just put a pin in that and move on to things that are The cottagecore influencer left baking soda out of her chocolate chip cookies because they were so basic. My students gave me the idea for this joke. Kid goes to the doctor. The doctor says, I'm sorry, but the tissue in your gluteus maximus has gone necrotic. Really? Dead ass. Someone asked, do you live alone? I said, no, I live with billions of bacteria inside me. Now, I think it's really cool that Portland's basketball team named themselves after something so nerdy as Blazars. I think that is so cool. A lot of people don't know, I know all of you know what Blazars are, but a lot of people don't. And it's just because Portland's just quirky like that. You know, a lot of people aren't going to get it. Who cares? We're Portland, right? Blazars are, of course, quasars that are pointed at us. A quasar is an extremely bright interstellar object that has an accretion disk and a jet shooting out light. they're brighter than galaxies. And blazars are quasars pointed at us. So I just think it's really cool that they named the sports team after the blazars. Especially because blazars weren't even discovered yet when they named the team. Anyway, my name is Isaac Paris, and you can follow me on Comic Isaac Paris. And I am making a radio drama. It's full of science fiction. It's really fun. It's called Future Macabre Radio, and it's at futuremacabre.bandcamp.com. Thank you very much for having me. You're the best, Bert.
One more time, Isaac Paris.